The saga continues. Oh, I'm at the hotel. Rah. I'm actually leaving it, but let's catch up and see what happened. Well, I'm back. I'm in my vehicle, my personal vehicle, in the parking lot of my job, waiting to hear back from the planners to get me a ride back up to Fort Worth, Dallas area. Dallas, Fort Worth. I'm gonna kind of explain the shit show that has been what it has been last week. I spent all week last week in a hotel. I got a ride back with another driver here to Houston so that I could go home for the weekend. I'm supposed to get a ride going back today at 0900. I'm supposed to check with the planners. And first thing they say is, yeah, we don't route people. This isn't regional over here. We just do local over here. They do local runs here. I'm like, oh, they told me I was going to get a ride back. So I'm kind of stuck. I don't know if they know what they're doing here, man. Okay, so you guys know I had the ELD problem. A guy that was working on my truck, I went to check on my truck an hour after he took it from me. He's sitting in the driver's seat like this on his phone. And I could hear the music, listening. I could hear him watching videos. I come around the corner, and he's just chilling in my seat, not doing anything. And I'm like, what's the word, man? And he's like, he hadn't even started on it yet. It's been an hour. He hadn't even started on my vehicle. That's a problem. He's costing me money. He's costing the company money. He's on company time, just sitting on his ass, not doing nothing. So I reported him to my manager, whatever, to the shop people. An hour later, I go back to the break room. I come back out another hour later. He's not there. Doors closed. Windows are down. Nobody's working on it. So I walk into the shop. I'm like, hey, how long does it take to swap out a tablet? And he's like, oh, if we have them, it shouldn't take that long. I was like, that's what I thought. But I've been waiting about 2 hours and nobody's working on my truck right now. But they took it from me 2 hours ago. Well, what's your truck number, blah, blah, blah. And I told him, and I was like, yeah, first guy that was working on it was just sitting on his phone, not working. And they're like, that sounds like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, if you guys know he's done this before, so much so that he's been dubbed the guy that does that stuff, should he be unsupervised? Should he still be working for this company if he's known to do that shit? So next thing I know, somebody's like, yeah, he left. And everybody in the shop is like, what? He's like, yeah, he left. He had to go talk to his parole officer. So he just left. And somebody was like, well, I'll go take a look at it. So he went and looked at it. He got another, like a more seasoned dude to go and fix it. And he cracked open the dash and like fixed all the connections to make sure everything was flush and everything was connected properly, and it started working again. Well, as I went to go check on it, he's like, it's done, it's working now. And he explained to me what the problem was. And I was like, all right, cool. Well, what are we going to do about this hub oil seal leak? He's like, what? I was like, yeah, as soon as you started the truck, it just started squirting out. I'm like, yeah, it's there. And I'll show you pictures now of what I saw when I walked up. And I go and I look at it more. I was like, hey, can you shut the truck off? It's squirting everywhere. I don't want to get it all over me. I go and I take a closer look, and it looks like somebody drilled it. So he pulls the hub oil seal, which is a piece of rubber. He just pulls it off the tire, and it looks like chocolate milk. It shouldn't look like that. It should not look like that. So water's been getting in there for a while. But upon further inspection of looking at the hub oil seal, you can see in these pictures as well. They're a little blurry because I've dropped my phone so many fucking times that the camera doesn't work all that well. Somebody literally used a drill to drill it, and the only thing I can think of is the guy that I ratted out for not working on my on my truck. So not only did I suspect that he do that, but he not only put me in danger, but other people that I'd be driving by in danger. The friction caused by the wheels, if that is not properly oiled and lubricated, could cause a lot of heat, and that heat then bends and breaks metal, which could then in turn completely destroy the steering housing unit there on the truck and cause me to lose control. And if I have, say, and I'm even 60,000 pounds, just me with the trailer could kill somebody. Just me without the trailer could kill somebody in that thing. For him to deliberately drill that before he left, if he did do that, because it's all alleged right now. I mean, I told the regional manager, I went into the regional manager, I was like, look, man, I need to file, like, where can I go to, like, file an actual complaint? Because I feel like my life's in jeopardy now. Like, somebody had literally used a drill to drill my hub oil seal on the truck. If I hadn't done an inspection, even the shop people missed it. If I hadn't done another inspection on this vehicle and just assumed that it was fixed, I could have been driving with that. And he seemed to have taken it very seriously, but they didn't mention anything about disciplinary action for him, or what could have happened, or any of that. So I'm a little on edge about what's actually going to happen. So I spend 2 days in a hotel, 3 days in a hotel, and they're like, every day I have to extend my stay, because they had to basically disassemble the whole front end to redo the oil and everything, make sure that there aren't any leaks and water getting in and whatever. They want to make sure all that's taken care of. So they don't have the parts. They had to order the parts, and then they had to disassemble everything and put it all together. Well, needless to say, on Thursday, on the way back here to the Houston yard, I got a message saying that my truck was ready. I was like, okay, cool. So now I spend the weekend at home. I'm back at work now. I got with planning, and I told them, I was like, hey, I need to ride back to Dallas now that my truck's ready. And then from there, you know, when I come home, I'll just get a load back home in my own truck, and then I park my vehicle here on the yard, and I just take my vehicle home. Well, we don't run anybody out of here. We're not regional, so we don't go up towards Dallas. I'm like, that's not what I was told. So now I'm sitting here waiting for a ride back to Dallas, so I can actually see what kind of money I can make doing this. If my truck is actually working. But when they looked up the truck, after they pulled up my number, they pulled up my driver code or whatever, he's like, your truck's down? I was like, yeah, well, it's supposed to be fixed now, but yeah, it was down. It's like, it's my second week. I haven't driven but one time going from here up to Dallas to drop off one load. Not even, it was I deadheaded from the Houston yard all the way up to Fort Worth to drop that trailer off at a customer. So that's all I've done. Other than that, I've been sitting in a hotel room, eating once a day, because I don't have really any reason. I'm not burning no energy. I'm not really doing nothing. I try to minimize the amount of money I'm spending, try to get rolling, make some fucking money while I'm on this truck. I'm not making any yet. So, I guess I'll put this together. I figured I'd give y'all an update. I'm sticking through it, man. I'm trying like hell to stay positive with everything that's happening. I don't know what the fuck I did. Ever since I left Prime, it's been, right up until I left Prime, it's been a fucking shit show. Like, what's been going on? This shit's out of my control. The whole with me quitting Prime thing, things could have went different, sure. But in this particular situation, I've just gotten really unlucky. Everybody I've talked to that works here, whenever there was 3 of us that went to the hotel, I'm like, I don't know what I did, man. They're like, man, this is absolutely crazy what you're going through. Like, I've never met anybody here that's had these many problems. Right at the beginning, even at all. Like, this is the first time I've heard of problems here. I'm like, well, fuck, I hate being the first person to fucking see it. I hate being involved. I've heard of people having nightmare stories at Prime. I've heard of people having nightmare stories at Stevens. Any other fucking company. They're out there. Yeah, but for it to happen to you, it's like, fuck, man, am I gonna catch a break? I got a piece of shit equipment at Hub Group. I've got a piece of shit equipment here. It's supposed to be working, and I go, as long as the truck works, I'll roll with it. It doesn't fucking work. And then they told me, and the regional manager was telling me, they did tell you this is a loaner, right? I was like, no, they didn't tell me anything. I've just kind of been floating around, not really knowing what the hell's going on. Y'all's app is a piece of shit. The app sucks. Like, the messages sometimes don't come through. There's a lot of other shit that happens with it. It doesn't keep track of your pay right, or, you know, people don't answer all the time. I don't know, man. It's hard to get anybody on the phone, and it's hard to rely on an app that doesn't work all that well. So, man, I need to eat something. I feel like drained, man. I need to eat. I got a banana, so I'll probably eat that. But anyways, yeah, so it's been one thing after another. And I don't know. I'm just gonna stick it out like I've been doing, and we'll see. We'll see what happens, man. Maybe this will pan out, and I'll make the money that I need to make and still be able to be home every weekend. But so far, so not good. Now remember, gents and ladies, love it, hate it, fucking ready to take care. I'll see y'all another time.